Hi, chess fans. Round 3 of the 2024 Canadian Open is in the books. We're waiting for round 4 today, July 15th. There's one round. It'll be later in the day. And I'll just bring you a little bit of action from the first couple of rounds. Well, we'll start with first few rounds. There were no upsets in round 1 on the top board. So I'm going to bring you a game from round 2 where we have Olivier Lalonde at rated 2002 and Bator Sambuev rated 2448. So we've got a Grandmaster with the black pieces. So let's see what happens in this game here. We've got a French defense, Tarish variation, and they end up going into something called the delayed exchange. So white takes this pawn, and black doesn't have to take back right away. Black is well prepared, knowing a lot of lines here, and they can make some other moves before they actually take back the pawn. So you'll see here, black finally recaptures the pawn. Now material is even again, and there's some trades of pieces here. Very important for white in this position to take back with the pawn and not the bishop, because if you take back with this bishop, this rook will capture the queen. So this bishop is actually pinned here, not available to recapture. So that's why he recaptures with the pawn. Okay, they continuing to trade pieces here, which I think the white player is going to be happy with that, because sometimes the more you simplify, the closer you can get to a draw. And in this position, that's definitely true. One thing that white does try to do is, attacking the queen as best as possible and setting up this possibility of an attack, a discovered attack on the queen. So you can see the bishop is here, the queen is here, and the rook is in between. So if this rook moves, this bishop will be attacking the queen. And of course, Grandmaster is going to see this. So what they need to do is make sure that their bishop here is being guarded. So the rook would capture the bishop if this rook moved. And that's why this game ends in a draw, because wherever white goes with the bishop, black moves the rook to be ready to capture it, just in case. So, I mean, even in a situation where, let's see, if white plays this move, for example, hoping that because this rook is now pinned, that he can't capture the bishop, but now you just have the queen recapturing, and now black would be winning. So both sides, seeing this complication, decided that a draw would be the best. So they repeated moves here and ended up with a draw. So very good result for Oliver. And Oliver, in his round 3 game, drew the game against Grandmaster John Fedorowicz. So obviously came to play in this Canadian Open. Okay, so let's take a look at another game. We're going to have, this one is going to be the round 3 game, where we have International Master Thanh Duong versus Grandmaster Tom's Kantans. This is round 3 game, and they start off with a ready opening. And so, both players titled. We have an International Master against a Grandmaster. So both players playing a well-known, played into a well-known opening, the English opening, with this symmetrical anti-Benoni variation. And we've got a very interesting, I'm not sure. If you're a much stronger player than me, and you want to let me know why black didn't castle here, just played his king to f7. I'd love to know if you could leave a comment. It's just some insight into that. I couldn't figure it out myself, but which often happens to me when I'm watching titled players play. But it's still a lot of fun. In this position here, this is just great Grandmaster stuff here, where White plays this pawn here, and I guess offering Queen may take the knight. White's saying you can have that knight, but I'll take the bishop. And anyway, what Grandmaster ends up doing is just taking the pawn to attack this bishop. And so we have some trades, but it leads to this, and this is, I guess, this is why they're Grandmasters. Discovered attack on the rook, and we pick up the rook, and now it's very, it's very much an advantage for black here, but black still has to know what they're doing. So we get to see, what black's plan is. Black gets to pick up another pawn, so now they're 3 points in material, and the big advantage, I guess, that black has is going to be this passed pawn here. This is the only passed pawn in the game. Passed pawn again means you can that pawn cannot be stopped or blocked by any other pawns in the opposition. So after we see some maneuvering, black gets a chance to start moving that passed pawn, and that passed pawn ends up being the hero of this game. You'll see that once you get to this position here, now that the queen is trapped on the same file or same rank as the king, and this pawn is about to promote, black plays this move, and then this is where white resigns here. And I just want to show you what possibly could happen here. If you move the queen from here, it's going to be a very fast checkmate. Right? Checkmate's over, or checkmate, and the game's over. So this move is, let's say this is not possible, and white, best try for white, which is, still not a very, very promising. But now this comes down, this happens, and this is now pinning the queen to the king. So we just have, very few more moves, and it's checkmate. In this position, it's Zugzwang, where white can't move any of his pieces except this pawn or this pawn. And in chess you have to move. You can't just say, oh no, I'm going to hide behind my bishop. So after these moves here, we have a checkmate. So really great display of endgame mastery by GM Toms, and I hope to see some more good games in this tournament. Canadian Open is always a fantastic event. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you have any insight for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.